We had a 50-foot tall Cassie. Maddie's ready to be a pimp. Will there actually be anything left of Nate by the end of this season? And this might be the last we've seen of Rue. All that and more on the next episode of Unbinged, starting now. Welcome to Unbinged, the podcast where we like to break down the TV and movies you love to binge. I am Sam Holt, joined by Jagger May and Matt Kopfhamer. Guys, we've got a lot to cover on this next episode of Unbinged. But first, let's get that spoiler warning.
We're about to spoil Euphoria. The cliffhanger happened, so you need to catch up, playa.
We're jumping right into the cliffhanger, which of course has to be Rue. As we leave her, she is buried in the dirt up to her neck in a hole that she had to dig herself. Guys, I don't know that she's long for this life, but do you feel like this cliffhanger is leading us to believe that Rue has passed? Jag, I'll throw this to you.
No, she didn't pass. If you wanted a real cliffhanger, you kill fucking Rue and then you cut to black. Put some real shit. Like, if Sam Levinson truly had balls, he would have killed Rue just then. This is HB fucking O. We've went through Game of Thrones, Succession. They kill Logan Roy off screen. You open the episode, they're like, Logan's dead. Like, have some balls. So that's why I think he took the cowardly way out and Rue is not dead. He is just scaring her. Why are you going to set up a polo thing to kill somebody? That's like way too much to kill a motherfucker. They feed him to pigs, obviously.
Yeah,
it's way too performative.
You felt like it was like a cheap get for a cliffhanger, if anything.
Yeah. Homie tries to set up mousetrap every time he tries to torture Rue. It's like, all right, here's our new game. I'm going to try to shoot an apple off your head. Game number 2. We're playing people polo. It's like, this nigga's fucking Plutarch Heavensby from Hunger Games.
Hunger Gamesing Rue the whole time. Kopf, your thoughts on the way that this ended for Rue?
Oh, I'm with Jag here. He, like you said, if Sam Levinson actually had the wherewithal to kill Rue mid-season, you would show it before ending the episode. He also set up a fake out earlier in the episode with the whole are these pants for a 5'9" kind of guy in the ice pick fake out. So I think this is just a continuation of that fake out. And Alamo Brown, he rules through fear. And what's good having a follower if why scare a follower before killing him? Just shoot him. Like, there's no reason to do this whole rigmarole with a horse and a polo mallet. Like, just, he would have shot Rue and then, like Jag said, fed her to the pigs. Because we saw when Bishop did the whole torture, cut him up thing in the bathroom, like, he was at the pig stall afterwards when Rue drives by, clearly feeding the pigs the dead body. So
yeah. And I feel like the torture for Rue started then in that scene as well, where Bishop is slowly getting ready in his Dexter suit to go and chop somebody up, and Rue doesn't know that there's somebody else there, so she's assuming it's for her. And then he says, now you can go in to talk to Alamo. So I definitely feel like there's so much intimidation happening for the guys with Rue, and this is just another layer of that. I don't believe this is the last we've seen of Rue. It was an interesting move to cut to black.
I genuinely wish let me put this out there. I'm not like morbid, but for a storytelling standpoint, it would have been great television and something that we'd be talking about for a long time if they would have killed Rue right then. Like obviously that's tragic and it would like suck because you care about the character, but fuck would have been good TV. You know, like that would have been amazing TV. Kopf, your point on the ice pick thing, I thought when I watched that scene, I wish that scene was like episode 1 because it established who Alamo is. Like, it would have made the Lori stuff make a little bit more sense. Because, like, you remember we're talking, it's like, why the fuck did he freak out about that? That, like, his whole mentality is he doesn't want to feel small. Like, that is very much like, to me, a character canon event that happened to him somewhere that kind of layers how he's going to be going forward. And it would have made an air of tension through every conversation afterwards, because if you even remotely hint or make him feel small, he will fucking kill you and lose his shit. Otherwise, he's a pretty chill ass jazz playing motherfucker. Like, he seems pretty chill. Just make sure you make him feel 6'3".
don't give him short pants. Yeah, exactly. Because you're right, having that as the
5'9".
that felt like his Marcellus Wallace a bitch moment, right?
Yeah.
But you're right. Having that in an earlier episode, establishing him as a character would have made much more sense. Everything following. What Sam Levinson seems to be doing is the reverse, where he's trying to ratchet the tension up as we go along, instead of doing the establishing and then do the ratcheting. But it is what it is.
Like, we only are just starting to understand the depravity that, or the lengths that Alamo will go, not only to torment those that are part of his circle, but what he's actually capable of. Like,
Right.
all of that is just breadcrumbing us all along to the end. And Rue is really starting to see exactly what she's gotten herself into, I feel like, with this.
And what's fascinating, jumping ahead a little bit with Cassie, but we see the representation of Cassie, her ego literally growing to a 50-foot size woman. And that is what Alamo, like, that's how he is, right? Like, his ego is so big that if anyone threatens it, he feels the need to react with extreme violence and possible death.
It's like everything's a metaphor.
Hey.
Holy shit, Nate was right.
Everything's a metaphor.
I feel like Alamo is so small inside that he genuinely wants people that like him and friends. Like, it's not just about him having people who follow orders unconditionally, but do you like me and respect me? And then if we go back all the way to episode 1, where Rue's just like, this is fucking tight what you built here. And he's just like, hell yeah, it's tight. Fuck yeah, I like this little one over here. And then if any of that is threatened, and I mean like his empire's threatened, which that's an obvious one, regardless of who you are. But if his ego is threatened, that is like a huge thing. That's very much indicative of man. Like, Alamo is like a little tiny man who's like, if I surround myself with half-naked women and money, I feel big inside.
Yeah.
He is a
Sounds like most men.
psychopathic Michael Scott. He didn't have any friends growing up, and now it's everyone's problem.
Yeah. Now all his friends are at work, but all of
The
them are
more we
scared.
talk about this, the more I learn that Michael Scott was like one bad day from like just being an awful person. You know, like being like a
the
fucking
Joker.
criminal. Exactly.
New theory: Michael Scott was the Scranton Strangler.
Oh my God. I liked the theory that Toby was the Scranton Strangler, but
I believe that.
Both things can be true. They were actually working together, and their animosity at work was all up front.
I love that so much. All right. Well, obviously there's a ton to continue to unpack with this episode, but before we do, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Guys, we were going to be bringing you Euphoria every Monday, and shocker, we had to bring you this episode for for everyone, not just premium bingers, because it's everyone that's going to be talking about this episode this week. There's so much going on with Euphoria, but we'll be moving everything else after this to our premium area for our premium bingers to watch. And then we will be bringing you the finale for all of our lovely listeners and viewers. We're also got the boys. We've got Your Friends and Neighbors. We're going to be starting to cover Widow's Bay because that is an incredibly fun show. And we wanted to make sure we break down that one for you guys as well. Plus House of Dragon is coming. So lots of fun content. Make sure that you tune in for every single episode. All right. We have to transition.
Become a binger, guys. Sorry, Sam. Become a binger because like this was 100% me. This episode was too crazy not to talk to anybody. And like normally we keep on a schedule. This season of Euphoria is fucking nuts, so to only guarantee the way that you're going to watch everyone is to become a binger, and I might randomly put some other ones for everyone. I don't know, but be a binger. So.
Yeah, there's too much good content to not like share around with everybody. But we do appreciate our premium bingers. Mm-hmm. All right, we have to talk about Maddie, and I kind of want to talk a little bit about Maddie with Alamo Brown before we get to Cassie and Maddie, because we get also the moment where Alamo meets Maddie and Maddie meets Rue's boss, which I thought was a very fun way to start their dynamic. And as soon as the tension starts rising immediately with Alamo putting his arm around Rue, and I just felt all signs were pointing to this as a dangerous situation. Rue gives Maddie the out to say, hey, you have something else to do, somewhere else to be, right? And she says, no, I'm still waiting for my milkshake, completely allowing herself to now take a business meeting with Alamo. And I'm very concerned about Maddie going forward from this point with Alamo. Do you guys have the similar concerns?
Concerned for Maddie or of Maddie? Because
Both.
I am concerned
Yeah,
of her. Like, she scares the shit out of me right now. And did you guys get the feeling that we may get another wedding? We may get another wedding by the end of the season, and it's like a power couple between Maddie and Alamo.
Oh,
I didn't get that at all. Dude.
I didn't get that.
They were flirting. They were flirting hardcore. Are you kidding me?
They definitely
That's
were.
just talking. That's just talking, dog. I don't.
I'm just saying.
I'm
It
not
wouldn't
saying they
surprise
weren't
me.
flirting. I'm not trying to gaslight you. Like they were flirting, but that's just like business flirting. You know, like for with. I don't think. I don't know. Like, yeah,
Just
Alamo
there was a
obviously thinks Maddie's attractive, but I genuinely think that Alamo is at least. I know this is weird. I think he's respectful enough of business women. Does that make sense? Like, he came to Maddie, and I think that he took Maddie as like, wow, I can get a new Rue without an addiction who brings an actual business model to the table, and I don't have all these Lori shaped strings attached to her. That's what I took. The flirt, it was like business flirting, not so much like
Right.
like I want to have sex with you flirting.
Yeah, like I
There was
just
just
found something
something-
mutually beneficial about you.
Mm-hmm.
But how often does that turn into something that's more, right? And
Sure.
I don't know. There was just a vibe there that I was like, will these become like a power couple? Not just through business, but maybe more on a personal level too. It was a weird vibe I got. Obviously, the whole fucking
I
scene
mean,
was weird.
there was a ton of weird vibes this episode. I'm not going to say there
Fair.
wasn't, but I think I just have a lot of concerns that by the end of this episode, I'm like, I think Maddie starts off incredibly strong, and we'll get to her relationship with Cassie next, in terms of her manipulating and being the power and holding that power. But when she now puts herself with someone like Alamo, she's immediately putting herself in danger. At least as a woman, that's how I'm feeling with her walking into this situation and then only knowing so much about what his actual business is. So for me, I just feel like she's setting herself up to maybe actually have a naive moment, which would be feels like almost a first for Maddie because she's just so street smart and just seems to know everything, that I'm very concerned by the end of this, she's going to realize she's gotten herself into a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Entirely possible. Entirely possible she gets in over her head. But I feel like she might be ruthless enough to where she could turn almost any situation in her favor.
It's very fair. Equanimity, right? That was the word she used.
Yeah, I
And then
think
talking
I
about
am
Jesus?
with Koff. Like, if anything, I think we're seeing like, was this the end of The Godfather when Michael finally takes over? That's what I see in Maddie. Like I am not like Koff. You said it. I'm not worried for Maddie. I'm worried of Maddie for like whatever's gonna happen. Because like Rue was like way nice on a lot of those girls around there. Maddie's gonna be like, bitch, like slapping them and shit like that. You saw how she treated Cassie. She was just
Yeah.
like, so you want me to fart in a jar? He's like, it's $700. She's like,
Yeah.
well, you do it then. Okay. She didn't even care.
Speaking of The Godfather, Jagger, thank you for bringing that up. The scene between her and Cassie where Maddie's sitting in the chair, the way it was lit, the way it was run, I'm like, this is just Sam Levinson ripping off The Godfather. What?
100%, dog. That's what I'm about.
I mean, we've covered a lot of the different, movie stereotypical moments that Sam Levinson has. There's a difference between, paying an homage to and just straight ripping off.
It felt closer to ripping off. I mean, I know he's paying homage, but just the way everything was set up, it's like, okay, I definitely have seen The Godfather enough times to know where this is from.
Yeah. So with that, let's go ahead and switch gears to Maddie and Cassie, because we get a ton of Cassie in this, and we get a lot about their relationship, specifically how the power dynamic is going to be. Because at first you have Maddie, being manager, being supportive, supportive, encouraging her to fart in that jar and mail that underwear out and continue to push her and take all the photos that she needs to exploit Cassie, or Cassie wants to be exploited, it feels like. So that's her job as manager. But in that scene where they're sitting across from each other and Cassie thinks she has the power moment to fire Maddie, she quickly shows her just how powerful she can be and how easily Cassie can be manipulated, and how she's entirely putting on an acting facade the entire time until you see the real Cassie, where she's desperate for any level of fame and any avenue.
I thought she was, for a minute, and I'm happy we saw Maddie learned, I think. And I think that Cassie was the catalyst. That was the canon event in high school in season 2, where Maddie was always a little bit hardcore, but the way that Cassie did her, that made like a fucking cold motherfucker there, to where Cassie was basically going to fuck Maddie over for another Nate. This Brandon Fontaine guy, Mr. Made Up Name. Like, I've never met a real nigga with the last name Fontaine. I'll just put it that way. that's another Nate there. It's like, oh, he's gonna give me the world, make me a queen, and all that. Bye, Maddie. Even though we were best friends, fuck
Yeah.
off. And then Maddie, I felt like she had that in her bag.
Oh,
Ready.
absolutely.
She was just like, Cassie's gonna fuck me over. I need to have a card ready to pull, because the way she said, okay, coolly pull over the phone, faked a whole ass phone call, was just so fucking gangster.
Dude, that was, oh god damn it. Cassie's the dumbest person I've ever seen, because how do you do, oh, hang on, I got a call. Oh, casting director? Clearly nothing on the fucking phone. It's just like, Cassie, how dumb are you that you're going to fall for the most obvious, like, ace in the whole card? Oh, man, it just goes to show the power dynamic between Cassie and Maddie is a gulf that Cassie will never, ever be able to cross, because she does not have the ruthlessness that Maddie has.
Yeah.
Maddie is willing to fuck over anyone and everyone to get what she wants. Cassie thinks she has that in her, but at the end of the day, she doesn't, because she still lets her personal feelings get in the way of her business decisions.
Yeah. Her personal desires of getting specifically certain things that she wants gets in her own way. Where, like, if there was specific sale on something, she'd do anything to get that one thing and sacrifice whatever she needs to do to get it. And she's willing to sell herself in any way she can to get the one thing that she wants. I really appreciated how Lexi called her out directly and said that she's the biggest narcissist she's ever seen. And Cassie's like, that's what it takes, right?
takes.
Like, just with a completely doll-faced smile and excitement on her. I mean, we were just seeing every bit of Cassie for who she is, especially in this episode.
100%.
Sam, I got a question for you.
Sure.
Did you learn any new weird fetishes from this episode? Or about?
I feel like as soon as I see them, I'm like, sure, that's a thing. Like, it's just immediate acceptance at this point of how many things could be fetishes. We got the entire intro as a big montage, watching all of them, from Cassie performing ASMR to a circus amount of different sized dildos that she's using and vibrators and all these things. And oh my god, all the outfits. I'm not shocked by anything at this point anymore. I'm just disappointed.
There.
I think that, dude, he almost makes something perfect every time. That opening, I thought, was wonderful. Like, it really, and again, we make the joke, it's like this is symbolism, or this means something. It really was very good, like, visual symbolism. And I even liked how it was like corny and Japanese, like a Japanese Godzilla film. Then when the tits came out, and call me fucking ridiculous, but I'm like, that's a step, like, that's when it goes a step too far with Sam Levinson. He's like the dude in the group who tells one too many fucking jokes. Like, that's like that would, maybe me. I'm getting old, man. You guys call me an unk in the comments.
I mean, he definitely is telling too many jokes, but also is one of those people in a conversation that needs to have the last line before a subject can be changed or before a conversation can end. And I agree. There was a lot that happened in that montage, even to the point where she starts to grow, because as you pointed out, Kopf, her ego is growing to a size where she's just feeling like she's ready to take over Los Angeles with her stardom. I was fine with all of that, but then once she became 50 feet tall, I felt like it dragged on, and it was just way more than it needed to be. And maybe because, according to the post credits and the looking into the episode scene, it took them a year to build that set. They were like, we're using this set as much as we possibly can to get our money's worth out of it. I guess I understand that, but it still felt way too heavy-handed or too long-winded. It was too much.
Sam Levinson,
we didn't need it.
He's the guy that sees the line where it's like, that's too gratuitous, and then he just takes 2 steps over it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then spits on the line after having passed it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much ridiculous. But anyways, so we covered that lovely montage scene with Cassie. There's so much of Cassie in this episode. She's now the breadwinner entirely for Nate, and you kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier. Nate couldn't be more excited that Cassie is making a ton of money. And this feels so opposite. Again, this entire season feels like the exact opposite of everything we knew Nate Jacobs' character to be. We knew him to be possessive and jealous and manipulative, and this guy could not be more excited. And even Cassie asks, aren't you jealous of all that she's doing? No, I'm so proud of you. The videos look great. When's the check gonna clear? Like, he just wants money out of her now because he probably didn't believe she could go out and make this money, and now that she is, he's like, take it all off, send more, move in with that guy. Like, I do not care. Like, just send me more money. It became a new level of sleaze and disgusting.
He is firmly in that cuck chair, man. Like, it is, and it's in like more ways than one. And it's not about women being the breadwinner, but his desperation and how he's acting, and we know how he is. Think about episode 1 when he is just like, "Are you really gonna act like that on the internet?" To like, "Oh baby, can you fake a relationship with another man and make even more money?" Turns out homie really likes them fingers and toes.
I mean, fair, right? Like, I don't want to lose any digits either. But the way he was, it was so desperate, the way he was encouraging her. And he's like, I love you. I love you. You're doing great. Make more erotic videos. It's so disgusting. And it just, the first 2 seasons, Nate would beat the absolute shit out of this guy and then piss on him afterwards. It's baffling. The changes we haven't seen. We just got end of season 2 Nate and then season 3 Nate, and we don't know what happened in the interim that made him this way. And hopefully we get something, because this is just absolutely baffling to watch the de-evolution of this character in a way that makes almost no sense to me.
I just love that you bring that up, because we've mentioned it most episodes that we've been recording this season, that we're waiting for this little sneak peek or this vignette as to what made Nate turn into this guy. And I'm kind of concerned we're never going to get it.
I don't think we are. Like, this seemed like the episode. Feels like they're just going to... It feels like they only could get Jacob Elordi for like maybe 2 weeks of shooting. Like, all right, we're going to have you at the wedding. All this shit's going to be in the house. All right, this episode, toe. Okay, flash forward, toe again, and a finger. Next episode, who needs a thumb? Like, that's what I feel like.
Literally.
I feel like next step might be a different digit, if you know what I mean.
Oof. It would be his favorite one. And then maybe he'd actually try to fight back. That's a really good point, Jag, because we know how much Jacob Elordi's been filming and how much work he's been putting out there. It wouldn't shock me, actually, if by the end of this, when we look back and we see all the scenes that he's been in, he's only been in 2 locations. That kind of tracks for this.
Yes, 100%.
Good shout out. I mean, the scene where the guy rips off his healing toe.
His reattached toe.
Ooh. And then loses. Was it his wedding finger?
His wedding finger, because he had the ring on it.
Yeah. Gosh. I mean, he couldn't just stop dancing around for 2 seconds to just hit send on that money that made it through. Like, I don't understand.
It wouldn't have mattered, because they mentioned he had already missed a payment. So this was happening whether he sent that money right then or not. This was this is sending a message. Like, you don't fuck around when you owe a bad guy money like that. So get ready to lose more fingers and toes.
Yeah.
And they don't respect him at all. This is like Sopranos, what's his name from Peacemaker, the dad from Peacemaker? I don't know if you like coffee watch Sopranos.
Robert Patrick.
Robert Patrick. Worst crash out Sopranos history. Gets behind on payments. So they start using this motherfucker's business to launder money. Like, this is what happens. If these motherfuckers smell weakness on you, I think he's lucky that they're just cutting off appendages. Like, they would have his ass as like a money launderer. Like, what are we watching now? Your Friends and Neighbors, if you guys are keeping up with the Unbinged cinematic universe, I'm surprised they're not using them like that, where it's just like, this is going to be long, awful, you're going to gain weight because you're stress eating, or get really skinny because you're stress not eating, and then we're going to cut off all your stuff. So I think he's low-key getting off easy.
Low-key getting off easy. And even the shot where he's on the phone with Cassie and he's got all the takeout food containers around him, and he looks like he hasn't showered. He looks completely tore up. You can see he's kind of descending into this place of barely surviving. It just doesn't feel like, there's just no part of this man that feels like any of the Nate Jacobs we've known in seasons 1 and 2.
beautiful shot when we have the dolly away where he's talked to Cassie, just like, oh, this is all great. And then we just see how fucked that house is. And again, going back to this is good writing, given credit where it's due. The entire scene where Nate's just like, there's dishes in the sink from last night, you know, where and then where he's at, it's very good. It's very good development from episode 1 to now. But like you said, I really want to see how he became who he is now. I don't know. It's just, it seems like two people, and it's been 5 years. That can happen. A lot of change. I just want to see it.
I know.
Right. That's the problem, is not showing that change. Or if we don't get that at all, then you're left with too many questions as an audience, because that is just good storytelling you're leaving on the table otherwise. Yeah. And that's disappointing, because you should not make this big of a change to a character without giving the reason why or showing how it happened. That just, you shouldn't do that, right?
No, the math isn't mathing exactly.
Can we jump back to Cassie for just 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Did you guys think in the beginning part where they're showing her whole montage and her doing these interviews, do you think Sydney Sweeney was like reading the script and like straight up Euphoria memed herself like, wait, is this fucking play about me? Because I'm like, is she even acting?
When she's on the podcast and she's talking about the men and not being able to, I'm like, ugh. This is too close to real life.
Yeah. The slew of podcasts she's interviewing on, and everything that she's saying, and Maddie, and everything Maddie's doing in the background, crushing it, girl, keep going, and all of these things that she's saying, definitely, I love that. Just fucking play about us. I definitely feel like I've said this in public before. No, it's not a direct quote from other interviews you've done. No, this is definitely a brand new script. That was.
And we get a lot. We get a hard R word drop from her too. Like, Jesus. Yeah.
A hard R word and a reference to the N word.
That's why I was just like, that was an ad lib. I don't even think that was it.
It's an ad lib on set. He's improvising.
They've already shot like 6 of these, and they're like, all right, Sydney, just, we've kind of gone through every interview. Just ad lib on these last couple. She's like, I've got this.
Say less.
Say less. Say less. I can do this. Want to talk about, I'm glad that we actually pivoted back to Cassie, because I wanted to bring this up specifically with her and Lexi and their relationship too. Lexi has clearly been established as someone that's been working very hard to get as far as she can in this career. And then you've got someone like Cassie, or Maddie, a bully that pushes her to include Cassie on a casting audition. And then Cassie seems to just get whatever she wants right away. I can understand Lexi's anger at all of this, and I really appreciate that she's not pulling any punches and calling Cassie out. I just think it's so sad that you can't say, like, Lexi can't say anything to hurt Cassie's feelings, but Maddie can absolutely say plenty to hurt Cassie's feelings.
That's Lexi's problem, is that, like, Lexi should have immediately, like, she should have taken what Maddie did and ran with it and established, like, this was my fucking idea, blah, like everyone in Hollywood's doing it. And to be fair, none of this would happen without Lexi. Like, I want her to get some fucking chaff, you know. I want some edge in Lexi, you know, because like that's an opportunity that she could have totally exploited.
You know, the part that didn't make sense to me on, like, after I thought about it, was when Maddie tells Lexi, she literally says, "You don't want to make me an enemy." Who the fuck are you? Like, you're nobody in Hollywood. It doesn't matter if you're an enemy of mine. You're you have no power in this situation.
We know that's not true, playa. Like, I think she's gonna get her back somehow. I don't know how, but like,
yes, but in that exact moment, the threat is it's toothless. Like, there's no real threat there, and Lexi lets it be a threat, and that's the problem. Is Lexi doesn't have her own big enough ego to put her foot down when she needs to. And I think a lot of it comes and stems from her jealousy of Cassie. It's pointed out by the fucking director when she's like, you guys don't even look alike. And you could tell that affected Lexi literally on the inside, because her whole life has been in the shadow of her mother's perfect creation, which is Cassie. And so that's just this, again, another situation where in Hollywood, she should be taking credit for the discovery of Cassie. And instead, she's embarrassed and she's like, no.
Yeah. I mean, it's doing the exact opposite of what we ended with season 2, where she's trying to take that power back by putting on the play. And this is just allowing life to kind of take that away from her, which I think is really sad for Lexi's character.
Yeah, because I think we're running out of time for Lexi to have like a really, which she could just tell everyone to go fuck themselves and get revenge and have her big moment, later. But I feel like she's more environmental, like part of the environment, and not like her actual own character right now, which is unfortunate because she's like the only purely good person. Like Rue is a good person, she's just not a good person, if that makes sense. Like it's
She
kind
doesn't
of
do
like
good person
Maddie
things.
clocks it. Like she has a good heart.
Yeah.
It's not that she's like inherently bad, she's just a tweaker.
She's a lovable fuck up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Lovable
exactly.
fuck up. I think that's accurate. And then we did get, let's see, we got to talk about Jules, because we did get her trying
Do
to.
we
got
have to
a
talk
little
about
bit.
Jules?
I want to talk about how she's a bad person, man. I said that. Like, I mean it. Like, she's kind of fucking sucks and it is selfish.
Yeah. She and Rue are, hanging out, and she's trying to see if Rue wants a relationship out of her. And I mean, a lot of things that I feels like Jules has done is trying to push people to see if they want her or not. And Rue's kind of, she's created her own hole that she is currently living in. So it doesn't shock me that she's not eager to jump into anything or give more of herself anywhere. But then I feel like Jules, again, this is just a moment of naivety with her sugar daddy coming in and saying, you better not be having guys around. And she's like, no, just my friend who's a girl. And then she's like, no. He immediately puts her in a place where he says, I love my family. I like you. I love my family. You don't mean anything to me. I think was really poignant to watch her character process.
Well, she's
I
given
mean,
her
the
sugar
bills
daddy all of the power in this relationship. She's given herself no leeway otherwise.
Yeah.
So when you do something to threaten that, you're only harming yourself because you haven't built those protections in place to make sure that if something happens, you have somewhere to land.
Yeah.
And I think she's just not realizing that, and it might be a little too late.
Yeah.
I want Jules to go to therapy, man. And I'm not trying to kink shame or anything like that, but she's like, you need to take me in there and make me yours. I'm like, I'm sorry that Rue didn't show up with fucking plastic, man. Like, if anything, Rue was actually being kind of normal then.
Yeah.
This is clearly a reaction to her painting being rejected by the LA Night people. So this is
Yeah.
her
I
way
think
of trying to process that.
Yeah, I think it's a culmination of things. It's like you feel rejection when Rue just leaves a party and then never sees you again. Like, I do think her frustration at Rue for that was warranted. And then on top of that, you get rejected from her painting. And then your one and only client is saying, like, are you going to give me STDs, you slut that I pay for? Like, I don't know, man. It's fuck.
It's all a mess.
That whole dynamic is weird. So,
What was the craziest moment for you guys watching this episode of everything?
besides Cassie,
Her fucking eating Chinese food while lying on the floor. What the fuck? Who does that?
That's the most unrealistic thing.
Yeah, I was like, what is this?
No one would ever be lying down eating
Just
Chinese
laying
food.
down like I got my chopsticks. We're good. Oh, what the fuck was this?
Jag,
for you, craziest thing.
It's a Cassie thing, man. I don't know. It's like it's crazy. Like I will say that Alamo, like the pants scene, was like, if that dude wasn't gonna kill you, I'm like, this isn't about me, man. Like this, like clearly, I was trying to give you 5'9" pants, brother. Like,
Oh God, yeah. I think that the hardest thing for me was watching watching Maddie meet Alamo and watch that go the direction that it went, where it felt so the opposite of if, I was having dinner across from a friend and, someone came in and was in a very threatening manner, I would not have behaved. Like, it was just such an immediate, like, this doesn't feel realistic. This feels wrong. This is dangerous. You don't put yourself in a dangerous situation. And Maddie's just like watching this present itself, watching a snake slither in and then be like, oh, let's hang out and talk. Like, that was so disturbing to me.
She recognized herself in Alamo, And so kindred spirits are like, aha, we can make
Birds
money
of a
together.
feather flock together.
Two peas in a pod. Let's keep going.
Yeah, it just that made me disappointed. I think because I was so happy to see Maddie taking such strong control with Cassie and kind of creating her own narrative, putting herself with someone like Alamo. She's not going to have the power for very long.
Second most unbelievable part is when she's like, I need to see your lineup because I don't want any busted ass girls. And then she picks two of the most busted ass girls in the lineup. Yep, makes sense to me.
That's taste, brother. That's taste.
Kitty and Magic?
It's
They're not comparable to Cassie.
The fraud, the fraud neck brace on
Yeah.
Magic. You know,
Right.
like you pop that bad boy off, it might be.
Maybe. I don't know. It was just, to me, I was watching, I was like, those two? Okay.
Oh, goodness. Well, we've got a lot to look forward to going into the rest of this season in terms of what to expect out of Maddie. Now, I'm sure we're going to end up seeing where Rue ended up, if she's still buried up to her neck in dirt when we come into this next episode or not. Is there anything you guys are hoping we see in the next episode so far? I mean, we've talked about the Nate stuff before. I'm not going to keep wanting the same thing, but I'm curious to hear what you guys want.
I am, Sam. Nate. Why is he a bitch, Sam Levinson? Tell me.
I've given up. I feel like he's not going to tell us. Sam Levinson is far more concerned with getting as many shots of Cassie as he can to have more time or film left in the camera to try and give us any context for Nate.
I don't think we've seen enough Cassie, actually.
Hot take.
Oh, I'm sure that there's going to be some that are like, I just want more. Yeah.
Oh,
gross.
I want to see a scene of Alamo taking Maddie belt buckle shopping. Get her own custom belt buckle.
Like Cassie Perez with her little initials on it. Could see that.
That's right.
See that. Yeah. I think I just want to see Lexi come back from this and do something with Cassie that puts her in a place. I'd love Lexi to get some power back in this dynamic.
I think that's what I want to see the most. I want Lexi to man the fuck up and realize you're the only one with a real job with power to make decisions. Like it's just you, baby girl. You can go tell Maddie to get fucked. Do you want to make an enemy out of me? It's like you gonna bitch to your boss while you're cleaning up dog poop.
That's what I'm saying. There was no that threat was toothless, and Lexi let it have power because she unfortunately doesn't have her own ego to clap back at Maddie. She doesn't have that own internal power. To shift gears a little bit, I saw, and it may just be a rumor, but I saw a rumor that HBO may be in early development of a season 4 of Euphoria. Does anybody want that?
No.
I don't want it.
Okay.
I'm good.
Cool.
I want a new show, actually. Like, this is my problem with Euphoria, is that, like, season 3 is, like, kind of entertaining and kind of good. It's just the fact that it's called Euphoria season 3 that a lot of people have problems with. It's just, like, different vibe, different tone. Nate's a bitch. I don't know if you heard me say that, but, like
say it louder.
Just
Wait, I missed that part. What was it?
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, like I might, as much as I complain about Sam Levinson, I feel like he's TV Zack Snyder, where there's so much good there. If you just, I know that face cough, it's warranted. If you just like fix some things here, like about
He needs a better editor.
Yes, that's like Zack Snyder needed a better writer, as in like, buddy, you cannot write worth a dick. You make wonderful movies. You cannot write, brother. Like, never write your own movies.
You don't like Kal-El No?
No, dude.
Kal-El No.
Jesus. All right. And anything else that we didn't talk about this episode that you guys want to make sure we cover before we wrap up?
I want a Bishop show. I would watch a Bishop.
Maybe that's the show that where you
Yes.
want, just like the Bishop show.
Bishop saying, like, you give me the heebie-jeebies. Heebie-jeebies coming out of your mouth gives me heebie-jeebies, brother. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
When she asked him how he's doing, he's like, I've been better. As he's just slowly getting ready to chop a dude up. Like, holy shit, I need that I need a movie. I need something. I need Bishop-centric something.
I mean, as a part of those rumors that you're talking about, Koff, definitely feel like this is the way that certain characters' lives are going. They're not long for this world. I think the question isn't, if Rue dies in this season, it's when. And now it's if Nate dies and when, because he's not long for this life either, with how much money he owes and the fact that he keeps losing little digits and probably soon to be appendages by the end of this season. So how much left are we going to actually have of Nate's character?
That is a great, that makes me think of something. So I think it was very telling that Cassie used Anthony and Cleopatra as her monologue. And then there's a line where she's saying, like, this is after Anthony kills himself. And so I wonder if we may get a Nate Jacob suicide moment where either he kills himself or he is killed in a way that makes it look like it was a suicide.
I think that for podcasts we have to say unalive, but that's fine. Yeah.
Sorry, YouTube.
Sorry,
Unalive.
YouTube. We
We're deep enough in the
apologize.
episode that we're not going to lose monetization. We're fine.
Just saying. Yeah, that's actually a really good shout out. I mean, everything's a metaphor, so I feel like Sam Levinson is definitely going to be putting some breadcrumbs for us in terms of what's going to happen at Nate.
How
The
much
other
does Nate
way-
owe?
$1 million?
Over 600,000. Well, to just Naz, it's over 600. We don't know fully how many people.
We don't know Vic. We don't know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, the number
True,
he
we don't
gives
know
Cassie is
interest
$1
rates,
million.
yeah. Okay. Oh, that's true. Last episode.
Yeah.
The other way to read that would be metaphorically, Nate has already killed himself because he's so far in debt that he is no longer a player on the board.
Sure. That's fair too.
So let's do the math here. Like before we leave, if he's going to be making $30,000 payments, that's 33 of them motherfuckers. 33 payments if at that
That's
pace.
if there's no additional interest.
Exactly. Like he gonna die, y'all.
This is the scene with Lori talking to Rue, being like, "You owe me like $1 billion now." It's the same shit.
Yeah. So you just have to get either dragged into the life of crime or just get killed, because at this point you're just expendable and a liability. Gosh. All right. Last thoughts? Are those, because you keep having lovely little moments,
That's
Cough,
it.
where you're light bulb.
No, that's it. That's it.
Is that the end of your light bulbs?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ran out of light bulbs.
Amazing. All right. Thanks, guys, so much for tuning into this episode of Unbinged. We will bring you everything Euphoria the rest of the season. So make sure that you subscribe, tune in, and we will see you guys next week as we finish out the rest of this. And again, like, subscribe so you follow all the other wonderful shows that we've got coming your way.